bringing metal to the masses. OnslaughtRadio.com.
I'm Natalie, and you're listening to Onslaught Radio, and I'm backstage at the Underworld in Camden, and I'm talking to the guys from Evile. Hi, guys.
How you doing? Woo.
And you guys have been touring the UK. How's it been going so far?
Very cool. We're on the last date now in London, and we've been quite surprised at how many people have showed up for the shows. It's been quite cool.
I think it's actually the first successful tour we've had in a while. It's good.
And it's quite a special tour, because I understand you had a competition where you were letting unsigned bands open for you. Can you tell me a bit about how that sort of came about?
Yeah, it was an idea we had collectively. Rather than say, yeah, we want to take this band out with us or whatever, we thought it'd be a good idea for the readers of different magazines to, choose for us, basically. Take the decision-making process out of our hands for a change. We had, how many applicants did we have?
450.
Yeah,
450 bands applied in total.
So yeah, there was a lot of choosing to be done, but we had some really good bands supporting us. It's been great, and I think it's opened up a new kind of way of bands applying to be on tour with us. It's cool.
Awesome. And you guys have toured all over the world now. Is there anywhere that you'd say was a favourite for you?
It's got to be America.
Yeah, there's some places in America we played. We played the Nokia Theatre in New York City. That was just amazing. I also really like Spain, Madrid. They're just insane. San Francisco, Hollywood, London.
Glasgow's always good.
Yep, Glasgow.
Back in the UK, because we just like last year we toured like January, February, and we was in America all year. We did like 2 festivals, Sonosphere and Bloodstock. So to come back a year later and actually do a proper tour is really good, and response has been fantastic. So it's awesome.
And is there anywhere that you haven't toured yet that you'd really like to?
Yeah, Japan. We're hoping to get to Japan and Australia.
Japan, China, Singapore, places like that. Australia, yeah.
And obviously you've shared the stage with massive names in metal. Are there any bands that you would really like to share the stage with that you haven't yet?
Shall I? Yeah, I'll say Metallica, Slayer, Machine Head. Who else?
Megadeth again. Megadeth would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Machine Head have asked us a couple of times if we want to go out on the road with them, and we've always had other tours booked as well, so we've always had to say no. But if they want to ask us again, we can make some time, then we'd love to do it.
Candlemas.
I have to say, with Machine Head, that would be an awesome tour. I think everyone would like to see that.
Saturdays.
Oh no, really? And obviously you announced that your third album's coming out. What can your fans expect from the new album?
Songs.
Anything else?
We're hoping to have a nice blend of the first album and the second album. The first album got us grounded really, really well in terms of people learning who we were and a bit about us. Second album showed what we can do technically and musically. Third album, I think, is where we kind of sit back a little bit and let the sound that we've already defined take us that next step in our career. We're gonna have bigger choruses, big heavy songs. So it's going to be typically Evile, but a little bit more reined in than the second album, I think.
I think because we've had like a rough kind of year or two, it's not going to be a very happy, slowy album. It's going to be quite angry and aggressive, because a lot of the songs are sounding quite
We kind of tried to not wander as much, because I think our nations we wandered a bit too far and like, let's try this and that. I think we've kind of figured out what works and what doesn't now, and speed work, not the drug, but speed does work. Speed works for Evile, and we kind of want to balance the speed up a bit more, but also with the slow things to make the fast stuff seem faster. You need a good dynamic we need, and a bit more singing. None of that la la la, all that dodgy harmony singing, but I want to actually sing. Yeah, a bit more singing, just music. Good bloody music. Good metal.
some metal.
Awesome. And you guys had a really manic year last year. Can someone tell me a bit about what you got up to?
It was insane, really, because I joined the band sort of like December late. We had like 3 rehearsals, and then it was just like full European tour January, February. have a kid. Yeah, you know, that was just those same days we did his first show. Then we were out in America, sort of like March, April. Came back, did about 14, 15 festivals. Then we're back in America for 3 months. Then we had Christmas. Started writing for a new album, rehearsing, out on this tour for 5 days. Then it's straight back to finishing writing, straight into studio in March. So it's just been constant, you know, since January till now. We haven't really had a break, and it's been cool. You know, it's just kept us busy, kept us on our toes, and kept us going.
Awesome. And you guys did a tribute to Dimebag Darrell by performing Cemetery Gates. How was that received? Were you surprised about sort of how people reacted to it?
Yeah, it was strange. Like, we got a call from Alex Milas, Metal Hammer, just asking, would you like to be a part of it? And obviously, yes. So we picked Cemetery Gates and recorded it, and the response on the internet and everything was amazing. When we toured America, especially the first time, people were like, play Cemetery Gates, play Cemetery Gates. Everyone was like, it's not our song. But I think once we got to Dallas and Texas, we played it a few nights, and it just went down amazing. But I don't think we'll ever do it again, because it's not our song. We just meant it to be for the Dimebag Darrell memorial, and that's what it'll be.
I don't want it to become an Evile thing. That was just for them, just for that. I don't want it to be. Every night we do get people saying, play Cemetery Gates, play Cemetery Gates, which is good. No,
it has personal meaning for ourselves. Obviously, what happened with Mike, so it's not something we want to, you know, churn out all the time, because we've got fond memories of recording that song with him and blah blah blah. So for us, it's quite personal. So we tend to just keep it to ourselves now. Yeah. You know.
Fair enough. And obviously, you've taken the time out to try and get a couple of people, you know, unsigned bands on this tour particularly. If you had any advice for any unsigned bands, what would you say to them?
Never give up, really. You've always got to strive to be up that next rung of the ladder. No matter how crappy it gets on the road, you've got to stick at it. As simple as that. Work hard and you will achieve something.
Take your vitamins.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys. Have a great time this evening.
Cheers. Thank you. Awesome.